Unit 10, Level 2, the negatives. How do you make sentence negative other than using ne pas? Let's look at page 353, or page 353.
Vocabulaire. Écoutez et répétez. Il y a quelqu'un à la porte.
There's someone at the door.
Il n'y a personne à la porte.
There's no one at the door.
Il neige souvent à Boston.
Il ne neige jamais à Fort-de-France.
It snows often in Boston. It never snows in Fort-de-France.
Il trouve quelque chose.
He finds something.
Il ne trouve rien.
He finds nothing.
Il y a toujours de la place.
There is always a place.
Il n'y a plus de place.
There is no more places, or there is no longer a place. Okay, now turn to page 159, page 359. This chart explains the positive and the negative sentences. One French expression used to make a negative is ne pas, which means no or not. There are other negative expressions that follow the same pattern, where they have a ne at the beginning and then a negative word after. Compare the following expressions. Souvent is often, and toujours is always. The opposite of that would be saying never. Je ne chante jamais. I never sing. Toujours is always or still in some cases, and the opposite of that would be no more, or no longer, or not anymore, which is ne plus. Je ne chante plus. I sing no more. Quelqu'un means someone or somebody, but ne personne together means no one, nobody, or not anyone. Be careful, une personne is a person, but ne personne together means no one. Quelque chose means something, mais ne rien means nothing or not anything. Let's look at the caption on the photo. Elizabeth achète quelque chose à la boutique. Positive or negative? It's positive. It says Elizabeth is buying something at the boutique. Here are a few other examples. Tu vas souvent au cinéma? Do you go often to the movies with your parents? To make it the opposite, you take out souvent, then you put ne in front of the first verb, which happens to be vais. I'm not going. And then the jamais means never. So the combine of not and ever means never. Je ne vais jamais au cinéma avec mes parents. I never go to the movies with my parents. Now, if you have a vowel at the beginning of the verb, then you must do an apostrophe, just like you did with ne pas. Nous n'avons plus de place. We don't have room anymore, or we no longer have room. Il y a quelqu'un devant toi? Is there someone in front of you? Il n'y a personne devant moi. There is no one there in front of me. Tu prends quelque chose? Je ne prends rien. Are you taking something? I'm taking nothing. I'm having nothing. Note that in each of these negative sentences, ne comes before the verb and jamais, plus, personne, and rien follow the verb. Remember that un, une, and des in partitive articles like du, de, la, des become de or d apostrophe. Remember, it's the pas de rule. When un, une, and des become negative, it goes pas de. Ton père fait toujours du sport? Does your father still play sports? Non, il ne fait plus de sport. Personne may also be used after a preposition. So you can say that you are not talking to someone. So here's an example with personne and a preposition. You talk to someone, you use à personne. Je ne parle à personne. I do not talk to anyone. This would also be used with téléphoner, téléphoner à personne. Next page. How often do these people do these items? We must make them negative where appropriate. The graph will tell you what certain items are done, and you must use toujours, souvent, ne pas, ne souvent, or ne jamais. For example, number 1, well, they model first. Elodie ne prend pas souvent le petit déjeuner. So if we look at the chart down at petit déjeuner, it's only 15%. So it's not that often. So we say, elle ne prend pas souvent le petit déjeuner. But what about porter des baskets? We would say, Elodie ne porte pas souvent de baskets. What about aller à l'école? We would say, Elodie va toujours à l'école, because she does it all the time. Which ones then would be negative? Let's look at shopping. Faire du shopping au centre commercial. So it is at 0%, which means that she never does that, or she may no longer do that. So we say, Elodie ne fait jamais de shopping au centre commercial. Okay, now it's your turn. You need to try to do all the positive and negative sentences in exercise 7.